Hello, my name is Richard, and I'm here to talk about a new idea of mine. Well, not a new idea, an idea I've had on my blog for quite some time, but it's new for YouTube. And this is an idea which is actually for Cambridge, although it could apply and probably will apply to many other similar cities around the world. What sort of cities are they? What sort of city is Cambridge? Well, it's a city with a tremendous amount of traffic congestion, and it's a city where people have built and built on an old existing structure of the city where there isn't much actual road infrastructure. So more and more traffic is funneled into some inadequate roads. So what's the idea? What's the big idea? The big idea, just to summarise quickly and tell you quickly straight away what it's all about, is double-decker roads. Now you may wonder, what on earth am I talking about? Double-decker roads. Well, double-decker roads are one road, which is a normal road, and above it, we're supported on some sort of pillars, another road carrying traffic as well. So what's the point of that? Well, obviously the point is to carry more traffic than a single carriageway could carry, but you can't widen the carriageway. Why can't you widen the carriageway? Well, because in Cambridge some of the houses are built almost right up to the roads. I do suggest that where the houses are not up to the roads, we can actually widen the carriageways and build dual carriageway roads in certain key areas of Cambridge. But where we can't, I think double-decker roads are an answer that can provide a solution, an exciting solution that will help traffic to flow freely in Cambridge, or more freely than it does at the moment, where it's actually locked, jam-packed, solid, gridlocked at the peak times, for several hours, in fact. Yeah, there's a big problem with traffic in Cambridge, and this is part of the solution. Now, a lot of people have proposed other solutions, like expensive solutions, like underground systems. Boring tunnels is hugely expensive. There's no point in boring a tunnel if you could just build a double-decker road. Why spend vast fortunes of money and virtually bankrupt the city when you could actually do something relatively cheaply, like building a double-decker road? People tend to assume that you can only do things that have already been done before. Like in Britain, we have underground systems, we have overground rail, we have buses, we have cars. That's about it. And some people, in the past, people used bicycles and things in Cambridge. That's actually highly dangerous now, and it's still quite common, but nowhere near as common as in the past. Yeah, double-decker roads are a revolutionary new approach, and it's a fresh approach. It's not one that I've heard of being debated in Cambridge at all, and it's one I want to put forward. Now, one of the objections to double-decker roads is that they're not very attractive. Well, it's certainly much more attractive than being stuck in a traffic jam for 2 hours on your way to work, or taking, say, 45 minutes to drive 2 miles down the road to get to the supermarket. The attractiveness of the double-decker roads can be increased by making the upper deck not very high above the ground, and by some other features of the road along the roadside, making it not making them where the buildings are particularly important. Obviously not right in the centre where the very special buildings are, but along roads where the buildings are frankly quite mediocre, which is the majority of the roads leading into Cambridge. And trees can be planted and so on to offset the visual impact of the road. The other thing is that the road, as I was saying, the upper deck can be lower. The reason that can be done is the lower deck can be just for cars, vans, and single-deck buses, and so on. The upper deck could be strong enough to carry lorries, which will have obviously higher, and double-deck buses, although I suggest that double-deck buses are actually phased out, and although double-deck buses are important in Cambridge now for carrying people, more frequent single-deck services would be even more popular, because people would know that they could arrive at a bus stop, and within a few minutes they could catch a bus. So I think that would be another improvement. In public transport. And of course, improving public transport is a key part of this strategy as well, in terms of keeping the traffic flowing freely on the roads by reducing the number of vehicles. There that's sort of a second plank to it. Double-decker roads is not just something that's going to stand on its own. More park and rides, sort of coordinated with the improved road system and coordinated with the bus system, would actually reduce the congestion as well. And a parking charge, not a parking charge, a congestion charge, not for people within Cambridge, who obviously still need to get around Cambridge, but a congestion charge for people coming from outside, to encourage them to come to the park and rides, their nearest park and ride, their actual point of entry to Cambridge, and to get on a bus. That would be coupled with improvements in the bus services to make sure buses go from the park and rides to all the common centres of employment within the city, and by the most efficient routes, which routes would be more efficient because of the double-decker roads. So they'll be going to maybe Madingley Road, to the university sites near the centre, to the science park, to Adam Brooks, to the industrial estates up Newmarket Road, and so on. So if you think this is a good idea, or if you think this is a rubbish idea, whatever you think of it, please leave your comment. If you think there are improvements that can be made, if you're interested in the whole problem of transport in Cambridge, please leave a comment in the comments section. If you think this is an idea that can be taken further, or if you want to do anything about traffic congestion in Cambridge, then please leave a comment and have a look at my blog. This is the very first blog on my blog, the first which is called inventbyrichard.com. inventbyrichard.wordpress.com. Say that again, inventbyrichard.wordpress.com. Through the blog, you can contact me. You can leave comments on the blog as well. And also, if you want to hear more ideas, because there's going to be more ideas on this channel, it's not all about traffic and all that sort of thing. In fact, there's no more ideas about traffic so far. Although if you propose any, I'll put them up. But if I think they're good. But I'll be having more ideas about politics, the environment, business ideas, food, science, and so on. Just anything I think can improve the world. For example, new ways of, or promoting ways of electricity generation. So please follow subscribe to my channel to hear my more videos, and like it perhaps if you want, if you do like it, and please leave a comment. I do want to have lots of comments so I can read them and see what people really think. And also, if you think my presentation's not very good, which I kind of think, well, if you happen to know any actors or actresses or people who are really good at presenting the material and would like to cooperate, if they are local to St Ives area, then perhaps I could make videos of other people reading my scripts. So that's another option. Okay, well, thanks for now, and I hope that I've filled you with curiosity about how this might work in the future for Cambridge. I hope that you think this is a new direction for transport in Cambridge, which is obviously quite disastrous at the moment. And yeah, I hope you'll subscribe and watch my future videos, which I hope will actually get better and better as time goes by. This is an evolving story. Thanks very much. Cheers. Bye.